Change Managers with Akwesi, Special Edition, Women to Watch, a compelling conversation with women who are defining the future, sponsored by
Premier Banking by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Her story is one of the most inspiring in Africa. She is leading the drive in applying technology to empower women to improve upon their lives. Her successes and lessons has made her believe that it is possible to build an African brand that can attract global businesses to do business with their company. My guest is Ethel Cofie, the Chief Executive Officer of Ethel Technology Consulting. Ethel, you are welcome to Change Managers.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. I want to start our conversation by making reference to a presentation that you made at the University of Ghana, at the School of Humanities, where you described your hug with Michelle Obama as a profound moment in your life. Can you share some insight into that moment?
In 2014, I was chosen to be as part of the Young African Leaders Initiative. This is an initiative that President Barack Obama started to bring Africa's best and brightest to the U.S. So I spent 3 months in the U.S. and as part of that program, we had two speeches. One speech, President Barack Obama himself came to speak to us. And then Michelle Obama also came to speak to us. And after she spoke, I mean, she's a great speaker. I mean, I personally think she's a better orator than Barack Obama. So she's an amazing speaker. And after she spoke, she went around to speak to and, you know, shake people. And when she got to me, I was so overwhelmed by the time she got to me. I mean, she could tell I was too excited. And she just gave me a hug and she said, you know, she said, you are amazing and you are a blessing to your generation. And for me, it was such a profound moment. Because I mean, I've spent years, you know, working as an entrepreneur, doing a number of things. And there are moments in your life where, you know, something just happens and you think, well, everything you've been through, that moment somehow makes it worthwhile.
What have you been through? What have you actually been through in your professional life?
Perfect. Well, so I mean, I've been in tech for about 12 to 15 years now, and I've worked in a variety of roles. So I started out as a developer. I've worked in Ghana, in the United Kingdom, in Nigeria, in Sierra Leone. And in a lot of circumstances, sometimes I was the only woman in the room. Growing in an industry where it's male dominated and pushing through and being the best at what you do, it's sometimes difficult. And so I think for me, it just felt like I picked the right, it felt like justification, you know.
For all the troubles
and all the hard work I've had to put in.
That's very interesting. You always talk about your life as being in three parts.
Right.
The first part is what probably I would want us to focus on immediately.
Right.
And I think that starts from the part that you came from the UK after your education, started your own business, and you failed.
Yes, I did.
And then subsequently you went back into the corporate environment, and then started your own business. What did you learn? What have you learned about those kind of experiences? Because I believe that it must represent a very difficult part of your life.
Right. My mantra is that we don't celebrate failure enough, because for me, I think that the milestones in my life and then the greatest things that have come out of my life have come out of places of failure. So as you talked about, so I had a really nice job in the UK and a nice apartment. I was working as an IT consultant. I decided to come home for business. So I brought my savings. I started a business, and I wasn't getting clients. Nobody knew me. Nobody knew my work. And before I realized, all my savings were gone.
That's interesting.
Yes, I went and I got a job in Sierra Leone, and I worked with a small company there. Came back to Ghana, worked with a couple of other companies. My last job before I started the company again was with Vodafone.
Okay, we make reference to your experiences with Vodafone.
Yes.
But I want us to talk about how you handle failure, because you said that in Africa we don't celebrate failure.
Yeah.
What has failure taught you about life and about business?
Right. It taught me humility, right? that, you know, doesn't matter your IQ. If you're not good in a certain area, you're not good in a certain area. But it also taught me that just being technical was not good enough. Running a business was beyond just building technology or building a product. How do you sell yourself as a company? How do you negotiate? What have you done to build your relationships? What have you done to be able to walk into a room and show people that actually they must spend their money with you? All these things I didn't know how to do. I just thought, okay, I have a master's degree in software engineering. I can develop systems. I'm really good at what I do. You know, I was in London with a top job, so I can come to Ghana and start a business.
So in effect, failure made you go back to learn some of these basics.
Yes, I taught myself negotiation. I took online courses. And I also, after that, I took jobs that would teach me certain skills. So, for instance, my first week in Vodafone, when you're at Vodafone, your first week, you spend 1 day out there with the people who sell the SIM cards, selling SIM cards. Now, it seems strange to people. Why would you know, it doesn't matter your job. But it's the bread and butter of the business. No matter how high up in your business, the ability to sell SIM cards and sell top-up cards, that's what makes the business run, right? And so for me, it was learning that all the big and lofty things, but the basic thing of being able to sell, that's how a business runs, right? And I had to learn that. How to manage a team. These are all things that I didn't really know how to do well. But it also taught me a valuable lesson in disassociating my achievements with who I am.
What do you mean by that?
So for a lot of people, their pride comes from, or, you know, their self-worth comes from, oh, I've done this and I've done that. And I think that when you are at a point where you have failed and you're not doing well, you have to learn to appreciate who you are, just as an innate person, as a human being, as a child of God. The point is that your achievements don't define who you are, and your failures don't define who you are.
What defines you as a person?
What God has given you. Your God-given innate
Do you
talent.
believe in luck in business? Because you said that failure taught you humility.
Yes.
But in business, a lot of the times, luck is suppressed.
I believe that there are moments and there are opportunities, and you call that luck, right? And if you can take advantage of them, then, you know, we're taking advantage of our luck.
This is Change Managers. We'll be back.